Cleveland is once again finding itself in the national political spotlight. And while our city shined 4 years ago when we hosted 50,000 visitors for the RNC, things are going to be much different this year. Because of the pandemic, it's once again changing a lot of things. Jasmine Monroe is live at the Sampson Pavilion this morning with a look at the changes and the preparations underway. And wow, are the preparations underway at this point?
Yes, they actually are, Maureen. Soon as you walked inside, they checked your credentials. There were police waiting for you right at the gate. So just making sure everything is safe for this presidential election, or presidential debate happening here tomorrow. So here's what we do know about the setup of what's going to happen inside of the Sampson Pavilion. We do know that rehearsal will be held tonight, and they will also check for the lighting and the sound systems. We also are learning that there will not be any handshakes and that the candidates and the moderator won't be wearing a mask, but they won't be debating in an empty room.
There will be a small number of ticketed guests in the audience in Cleveland, and we expect tens of millions of viewers from around the world to be tuning in to this momentous event.
Now, we also learned that there won't be any opening statements in this debate happening here inside of the Sampson Pavilion. So we've learned these details throughout the day. We also learned that the moderator, Fox News' Chris Wallace, will also pose the first question to President Trump. Now, the things that they'll be talking about inside here are the 6 topics being covered: the candidates' records, the Supreme Court, the economy race, and COVID-19 and vaccines in the city, and the integrity of the election. And of course, much more will be happening. Of course, a lot of things happening inside of the Sampson Pavilion. And this is something definitely, Maureen, that we all won't forget. When you were talking about the RNC, there were lots of people here in Cleveland. Now you'll start to notice those things will change. But the question is, will there be protests? I think one of the big questions that myself and the other photographers were talking about yesterday are what areas will protesters be in, because it's quite secured.
Yeah, and what will the tone be of those protests? And that's something that we'll be covering as all of this unfolds. Jasmine, thank you so much. And Danielle has
Traffic is sponsored by Reliable Snow Plowing Specialists. We're hiring and offer next day pay. Visit snowfighterswanted.com.
Yes, and Maureen was trying to tell you that there are a number of road closures throughout the area. So near the Cleveland Clinic main campus, and those closures are in place through Thursday. Now, multiple closures, we have them listed on wkyc.com, but your big ones are Chester Avenue and Euclid Avenue closed between East 89th and East 105th Street. Many of you use Chester and Euclid to get to the Cleveland Clinic. So for those of you who need to still go to the clinic and you're like, man, Danielle, where should I go? You can take Carnegie Avenue as your best route into the clinic. And also for those of you who take RTA, you have some route changes on the number 7, 9, 32, 48, 48A, and the Health Line. So make sure that you give yourself extra time if you are commuting near the Cleveland Clinic and you need to head to the Cleveland Clinic today. And check our website as well as the 3 News app for the detailed list of the closures.